Yesterday we have done, right? About the Mauryans. Today is 10. Many of you will be football fans this time, right? The World Cup is almost coming to an end. This is the best time we have seen. Today we will discuss economy. Yesterday I've discussed just administration. I will discuss economy, I will discuss literature, and lastly I will give some bullet points. Alright, with regard to Mauryan dynasty. This is a major dynasty, that is why I'm going very deep. The only reason why I'm spending more time on Mauryan is that it is a major dynasty. So the topic is economy. Please write down. Agriculture was the main occupation of the people. Agriculture was the main occupation of the people. And the demand of the king was either 1/4 or 1/6. You have two options in the prelims. What was the demand of the king? Ashoka demanded either 1/4 or 1/6, depending upon the situation. Yes. Suppose you produce, read 6 kg of rice. 1 kg you have to give to the king. Or sometimes you produce 4 kg of rice in 1 year. 1 kg of rice you have to give to the king. So it is either 1/4 or 1/6. So here, please write down. We will write a short notes here. The state derived its revenue from 7 main sources. Number 1. The state derived its revenue from 7 sources. Number 1. The state derived its sources, or the state derived its revenue from 7 sources. Now the king derived its revenue from 7 sources, which I will give you now. From Durga. Durga means 45 downs. Durga means 45 downs. Rashtra. Rashtra means countryside. From the countryside. Kani means from mines. Situ means from buildings and garden. From buildings and gardens. From buildings and gardens. Situ means from buildings and gardens. Durga means 45 nouns. Rashtra means from countryside. Kani means from mines. Vana. Vana means the forest takes. Vana means a revenue which comes from the forest. The state, that means the king will derive its revenue from 7 sources. Number 1, Situ. Number 2, Durga. Number 3, Rashtra. Number 3, Kani. Number 5, Vana. These are the 5 taxes the king is going to impose. Alright, another 2 more. Another 2 more. Raja. Raja means herds of cattle. From the cattle, the king also derived the revenue Raja, Panikpata, Panikpata, roads of traffic. Okay, these are the 7 sources the king is going to derive. You come at the right time, okay? See, 10 minutes 10. I think it's 10, right? Time? Yes. Yes? Better to come, yes. At 10. You miss just by 1 mark in NBC prelims, then you have to wait for another 1 year. Just 1 mark, or 1 point also determines it. Vanikpata means roads of traffic. So see, the king, we all know Ashoka Bindusara in both one text, 148 or 16. On top of that, he will also derive revenue from these 7 sources. This is a men's topic, okay? Alright. And now let's see with which country they have made imports and exports. So the topic will be the exports now. Exports. What are the exports materials and imports? Exports, there please write down. Exports, spices, pearls, diamond, cotton textile, ivory works, and conch shells. For export, these were the articles. Pearls, spices, cotton textile, and ivory works. Ivory works. As well as last is the diamond. It has to be a diamond. Cotton textile, pearls, spices, conch shells, ivory works, and diamonds exported. And they have made trade with one country. That is the Greek, Hellenistic Greek. Greek and our neighbor Burma. Greek as well as with the Burma. Cotton textile, pearls, spices, conch shells, ivory works, diamond. Right. These are the exports. Now the imports. Under the imports, please write down horse, coal, glass, and linen. Horse, coal, glass, and linen. Horse, coal, glass, and linen. These are the imports they have made. Imports is horse, coal, glass, and linen. Now the trade routes that they follow, these people, alright, the Mauryans, the trade routes. Too important. Trade routes is going to be asked. If you give all this, you'll get a very good marks. You have to feel like you're in class 8 now. Alright, go for answer ready. This is the time. The trade routes of the Mauryan. From north to southwest is from Sravasti. Sravasti is in present-day Uttar Pradesh. Sravasti to Pratistana. And Pratistana means Maharashtra. First, the trade route is from north to southwest. So Sravasti is in Uttar Pradesh. They started and they will go to till southwest. Southwest is Maharashtra. Pratistana means present-day Maharashtra. It's in Maharashtra. This is the first trade route we follow. Pratistana. Next will be north to southeast. Sravasti till Rashgriha. And Rashtrakuta is in Bihar, and we all know Sravasti is in Uttar Pradesh. From north to southeast. From north to southeast. From north to southeast, it will be Sravasti is in Uttar Pradesh, and one more Rashtrakuta is in Bihar. From north to southeast. From north to southeast. So it's in Uttar Pradesh, and it will go to Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakuta is in present there, Bihar. Rashtrakuta is in present there, Bihar. From north to west. From north to west is Taxila in present day Pakistan till Pataliputra. Where is Pataliputra? Where is Pataliputra? It's in Bihar. We all know, right? From north to west is from Pakistan till Bihar. And in the bracket, please write down the most important trade route of the Mauryan. From north to west. Takshila, which is Pakistan till Pataliputra, which is in present Bihar. Pataliputra, which is in present Bihar. It is the most important. Okay, one more, please write down. This road extended eastward along the Ganga. This road extended eastward. This road extended eastward. This road extended eastwards along the Ganga to the port. To the port. Terminal Lipti. And the Terminal Lipti is a port in West Bengal. Alright. This road extended eastwards along the Ganga to the port Terminal Lipti, which is the present day West Bengal. Very important. Terminal Lipti is a very important port during the Mauryan period. It's the present day West Bengal. This road extended eastward along the Ganga and to the port Terminal Lipti. Yes, West Bengal. So this is the most important one. Mr. Takshila Pataliputra. The most important trade route. Okay. From Takshila to Pataliputra. The most important trade route. The most important trade route. Supra is in Maharashtra, Proch is in Gujarat. Proch is in Gujarat, Supra is in Maharashtra. This is the most, these are two important ports you will find during the Mauryan period. Tarnalipi is one, and Proch and Supra are the two ports again. These are two important ports. Proch in Gujarat, Supra in Maharashtra. Any confusion so far? Imports, exports, trade board. These are some of the things you have to mention. The economy, all right, in the economy. It is 5 marks you can get. Next will be the. We all know it was Kaudilya. It was Kaudilya, right? The famous advisor of Chandragupta Maurya. He listed 6 policies known as the Sat Kanga. Sat Kanya. Too important. Kaudilya listed 6 policies known as Sat Kanya that the king should follow. That means, according to Kaudilya, there are 6 policies which the king should follow in India. As a Mauryan king, you should follow this 6 policies to survive your rule. According to Kaudilya, there are 6 Sat Kanga, which means there are 6 policies a king should follow. So let's see who are these. What are these 6 policies? According to Kaudilya, there are 6 policies known as Shat Kanga, which a king should Which the king should follow? Which the king should follow? Policy of Sandhi, policy of Vigraha, policy of Asana, policy of Samraya, policy of Vaiti, policy of Yana. Yana. Okay, first will be the policy of Sandhi, which means in the bracket write down peace. Policy of Shanti, which means peace. The first is policy of Shanti, which means peace. Second, policy of Vigraha. Policy of Vigraha, which means hostility. Hostility. You have to attack your enemy. Policy of Vigraha. And Vigraha means hostility. You have to attack it, right? You have to attack your enemy. First is policy of Sandhi, which means peace. And second is policy of Vigraha, which means hostility. Next is policy of Asana. Policy of Asana, which means keeping quiet. You will not do anything. Keeping quiet. You have to just keep quiet. Keep quiet. You have to just keep quiet. Policy of Asana. Policy of Asana. Keeping quiet. Next is policy of Yana. Policy of Yana. Please write down policy of Yana. Marching on a military expedition. 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 That means you have to attack your enemy. Yes, if your enemy is in Dimapur, you have to go to Dimapur with a sole nation to capture it, to fight. Marching on a military invasion, which means policy of Yana. Next is policy of Shamsraya. Policy of Shamsraya. Policy of Shamsraya. Seeking shelter with another king. 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 Policy of Shamraya. Policy of Shamraya. Policy of Shamraya, which means seeking shelter with another king. Policy of Shamraya. Seeking shelter with another king. And last will be the double policy of Vaiti. Last is the double policy of Vaiti. So Shanti with one king, Vigraha with another. Shanti, just write Shanti with one king, Vigraha with another. That means you have to fight with one and you have to make peace with one. Shanti with one king, Vigraha with another king. What is this double policy of Vaiti? Vaiti, it means one with one king, Shanti, with another king, Vigraha. That means Shanti with one king, Vigraha with another. That means with one king you make a peace, in one you fight. Alright? So these are the 6 policy a king should follow if you want to win over your enemies. 6 policy. Policy of Shanti, Vigraha, Shamsarya, Asana, Yana, Vaiti. Actually, this is a part of the Mauryan administration. It's a part of the Mauryan administration. Next will be the literature. Next will be the literature. Okay. Himachandra, he wrote Pari Shista Bharvan. Alright. Himachandra, he wrote Pari Shista Bharvan. Himachandra, he wrote Pari Shista Bharvan. Vishaka Tata, he wrote Mudrak Shesha. Vishakata Tata, he wrote Mudrak Shesha. Vishakata Tata, he wrote Mudra Shesha. Rasa Kumara Charita. Tanjin, he wrote Rasa Kumara Charita. Tanjin, he wrote Rasa Kumara Charita. Tanjin, he wrote Rasa Kumara Charita. Panapata, he wrote Katam Pare. Panapata, he wrote Katam Pare. Panapata, he wrote Katam Pare. Dibabamsa, Divyabadana, Ashwabadana. This is a Buddhist text dealing with Ashwabadana. Alright. This is a Buddhist text, Buddhist literature. Ashwabadana, Dibabamsa, Divyabadana. These are the Buddhist texts that deals with the reign of Ashoka. Ashwabadana, Dibabamsa, Divyabadana. This is the Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Ashoka. It's a Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Ashoka. Dealing with the reign of Ashoka the Great. Ashoka the Great. Milinda Panho, Mahabhashya. This is the Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. This is the Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. This is a Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Mahabhashya Militapano Mahavamsa is a Buddhist text dealing with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. One more. Vamshatha Baksi. Vamshatha Papasini. Vamshatha Papasini. It is also a Buddhist text and it deals with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Vamshatha Papasini. Vamshatha Papasini. It's a Buddhist text which deals with the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Sanjaya, Sansta, Ipuri, Episcopoi, these are all spies, okay? Which was appointed by the king. These are all spies. During the Mauryan period. Orthodox. In UBC prelims, you might get one question. I have seen it right. Sanjaya, Sansta, Episcopoi, Ipuri. These are not the spies. Which was in existence, alright? Which was employed by the king. Which was employed by the king. Sanjara, Sansta, Mauryan, and Episcopal. These are also spies, special reporters. Special reporters. Special reporters. Patipitakas, Pulisani. These are all special reporters. Pulisani, Patipitakas. 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 Patipitakas, Pulisani. Pulisani are known as special reporters. means high officials. Nikaya means trained officials. Ahmadiyya you will find high officials. Ahmadiyya. Ahmadiyya, you can take example of an IAS officer. Right? This is IAS officer and EAC like you. Right? Ahmadiyyas. High officials who will advise the king. Right? Ahmadiyyas are known as the high officials. Nikayas are also trained officials, but Ahmadiyya is the most important among all because he's like an IAS officer who will advise the king in the administration of justice. Last topic will be the art and culture. Art and culture. Terracotta figurines. F-I-G-U-R-I means figurines. Terracotta figurines. Okay, this write down the topic is art and culture. Mauryan art and culture. Mauryan art and culture. Please write down under Mauryan art and culture. We will write a short note. Mauryan period saw the stone culture as the principal medium of Indian arts. Mauryan period saw the stone culture as the principal medium of Indian arts. Mauryan period saw the stone culture as the principal medium of Indian arts. Mauryan period saw the stone culture as the principal medium of Indian arts. Mauryan kings patronized different art forms. Mauryan kings patronized different art forms. Different art forms. Mauryan kings patronized different art forms such as stone sculpture, ring stones. Mauryan kings patronized different art forms such as stone sculpture, Mauryan kings patronized different art forms such as stone sculptures, ring stones, thick stones, Mauryan kings patronized different art forms such as stone sculptures, ring stones, thick stones, terracotta figurines, and stupa architecture, Mauryan kings patronized different art forms such as stone sculpture, ring stones, thick stones, terracotta figurines, and stupa architecture. Ashoka created innovation. Ashoka created innovation was the substitution of stone for wooden brick. For Ashoka, alright, he replaced stone with wood, alright. In art and architecture. Let's write down. Ashoka created innovation was the substitution of stone. For wood and brick. Ashoka created innovation was the substitution of stone for wood and brick. Ashokan pillars are found at Ashuan pillars are found in Ramburva. Ashuan pillars are found in Ramburva, Lauria, Ramburva, Lauria, Sarnath, and Nandangarh. Ashuan pillars are found in Ramburva, Lauria, Nandangarh, and Sarnath. Ashuan pillars are found in Nandangarh, Sarnath, Ramburva, and Lauria. All these pillars are circular and monolithic and are made of sandstone. Monolithic. That means single stone, alright? Single stone. Please write down. All these pillars are circular and monolithic and are made of sandstone. All these pillars are circular and monolithic and are made of sandstone. The Mauryan period also saw the beginning of the rock cut architecture. The Mauryan period also saw the development of the rock cut architecture. Rock cut architecture. The Mauryan period also saw the beginning of the rock cut architecture. The Mauryan period saw the beginning of the rock cut architecture. The Mauryan period saw the beginning of the rock cut architecture. Mauryan art is influenced from Persian. Too important. Mauryan art is influenced from Persian. Mauryan art is influenced from Persian. Mauryan art is influenced from Persians. Mauryan art is influenced from Persian. Mauryan art is influenced from Persian. In Mauryan pillar, base is absent and inverted lotus appears at the top of the shape. In Mauryan pillar, base is absent. In Mauryan pillar, base is absent and inverted lotus appears at the top of the shape. In Mauryan pillar, base is absent and inverted lotus appears at the top of the shape. Most of the Mauryan pillars are soft. Most of the Mauryan pillars are soft. In Mauryan pillar, base is often and inverted lotus appears at the top of the shape. Most of the Mauryan pillars are smooth. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital of Aswan pillar at Sarnath. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital of Aswan pillar at Sarnath. There was a question in IS1. How many lions are there? We can see only 3, right? But actually it's 4. So this is the one. In the Aswan pillar, no, you will see only 3 big lions, but actually it's 4. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital of Aswan pillar. Okay, Sarnath. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital of Aswan pillar at Sarnath. And Sarnath, we all need some interpretation. This will be us, okay? Sarnath is also the first place where Gautama Buddha delivered his first sermon, right? Here back at Sarnath. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital. Our national emblem is adopted from the four-lion capital of Aswan pillar at Sarnath. So this is the other matter for you. This is volume, right? You will find this. Samaharta means the revenue officer. Sanitada means the treasury officer. Paka means agriculture tax, Pali means religious tax, Sanidata means the treasury officer, Samaharta means the revenue officer. Pali means the religious tax, Paka means agri tax, Sanidata means the treasurer, Samaharta means the revenue officer. Agronomy means revenue officer, Karmika means the clerks. Sinapaktam means the punitive tax. Sinapaktam means the punitive tax. Sinapaktam means the punitive tax. Pindagara. Pindagara means the commuted tax. Commuted tax means a tax which is contributed by the entire village. Pindagara. I'm so sorry, it's Pindagara, okay? It's Pindagara. Pindagara. Pindagara means a commuted tax made by the entire village. Pindagara means a commuted tax contributed by the entire village. And Sinapakta means a punitive tax. That is like a punishment tax, okay? Sinapakta means just like a punishment tax which is imposed by the army. Sinapakta means just like a punitive tax which is imposed by the entire army. And Pindagara means a commuted tax contributed by the village. Paka means agriculture. And Pali means religious tax. The king owns state or real land yielded income. called the Sita. The king owns state or real land yielded income is called the Sita. The king owns state or real land yielded income is called the Sita. The king owns state or real land yielded income called the Sita. This was also asked. The king owns state or real land yielded income is called the Sita. Chinese often asks is guilt. It means guilt. G-U-L, the guilt. Visti means the forced labor. You'll find during the Mauryan period. Okay, Visti is often asked. What is this Visti? It means forced labor without pay. Without pay. Dasas ahidakas. Dasas and ahidakas. Bonded labor and slave labor. Slave labor. Dasas or ahidakas. Dasas or ahidakas are bonded labor or slave labor. Alright, bonded labor or the slave labor. This was there during the Gupta Mauryan period. Varanasi, Madura, Bengal, Gandhara, and Ujjain. Gandhara, Ujjain, Varanasi, Madura, and Bengal. These were the important trade center during the Mauryan period. Gandhara, Ujjain, Varanasi, Madura, and Bengal. We'll take a short break. Alright, and this is the end of the Mauryan dynasty. Causes for a decline. Alright. Why the Mauryan dynasty came to an end? The largest dynasty of India, right? The largest dynasty. There should be some reason. So we'll just write 5 points with regard to the decline of this Mauryan dynasty. Number 1. One of the most important reasons for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the weak successors of Ashoka. This is the main reason. One of the most important reasons for the decline of the Mauryan Empire, was the weak successors of Ashoka. After Ashoka, no more great king. He was the only man. One of the most important reasons for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the weak successors of Ashoka. One of the most important reasons for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the weak successors of Ashoka. Number 2. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the partition of the empire into 2. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the partition of the empire into 2. Eastern part and western part. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the partition of the empire into eastern part and western part. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the partition of the empire into eastern part and the western part. Had the partition not taken place, the Greek invasion invasions of the northwest could have been checked. Had the partition not taken place, the Greek invasions of the northwest could have been checked. Had the partition not taken place, the Greek invasions of the northwest could have been checked. Immediate cause for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the partition of the empire into eastern and western. Had the partition not taken place, the Greek invasion could have been checked. The Greek invasion could have been checked. So see, the empire was partitioned after the death of Ashoka, right? Eastern and western. So how can you unite? How can you fight with their enemies? So very easy for enemies to come back and they take India. When the Mauryan was there, no one will attack. Number 3. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy was another reason for the decline of the empire. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy was another reason for the decline of the empire. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy was another reason for the decline of the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy was another reason for the decline of the empire. Ashoka pro-Buddhist policy was another reason for the decline of the empire. Right after the Battle of Kalinga, Ashoka gave up everything for war. Right now he concentrated more on education, religious purpose, benevolent, welfare activities, tama. You see, non-violent. He became like Mahatma Gandhi. So how can you capture them? It is very easy for enemy to attack, right? So this was another reason put forward by the scholars. One more write down. The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin. The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin. The spread of material culture. The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin to the outlying areas. To the outlying. To the out. The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin to the outlying areas lead to the formations of new kingdoms. The spread of material culture, the spread of the material culture of the Gangetic Basin to the outlying areas lead to the formation of new kingdoms. The spread of material culture of the Gangetic Basin to the outlying areas lead to the formation of new kingdoms. Now see, because of the spread of these cultures, new kingdoms is going to be founded. So they become independent, right? So in Ashoka, successors are very weak. So they were unable to control this area. So all this led to the decline of the empire. But the most important reason was death of Ashoka. And Ashoka broke with this policy. Ashoka never decided to go to war. So let's see under what Mauryan dynasty. Mauryan dynasty. Okay, how much it rolled over? Which area? This right now. Mauryan dynasty. How much it rolled over? This right now. Entire subcontinent. Mauryan dynasty rolled over entire subcontinent, and that includes this right now. Mauryan dynasty includes entire subcontinent. So entire subcontinent is this right now. It covered present-day India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. It covered all India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. It covered the present-day all India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. That means all over India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Parts of Afghanistan, Nepal. Parts of Afghanistan and Nepal. Parts of Afghanistan and Nepal. Parts of Afghanistan and Nepal. It stretched from Hindu Kush mountain in the northwest, Bengal in the east, Himalayas in the north, Deccan Plateau in the south. It stretches from Hindu Kush mountains in the northwest. It stretched from Hindu Kush mountain in the northwest, Bengal in the east, Bengal in the east, Bengal in the east. It stretched from Hindu Kush mountains in the northwest, Bengal in the east, Himalayas in the north, Himalayas in the north, Himalayas in the north, Deccan Plateau in the south, Deccan Plateau in the south. It stretched from Hindu Kush mountain in the northwest. It stretched from Hindu Kush mountain in the northwest, Bengal in the east, Himalayas in the north, Deccan Plateau in the south. Deccan Plateau in the south. We all know Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu never part of the Mauryan dynasty because of its dense forest, right? They never tried to capture it. So it covers all over India except present day Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Mughal, yes, Mauryan dynasty includes everything except all over India except present day Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Except present day Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Too important. Any more? Now the last topic will be the post-Mauryan. Okay, this is all about the Mauryan dynasty for you. you have to go very deep. See, don't study here. You can focus there. Whatever I've given you, right? That is more enough. That will lead you to break the mains. That is more than enough to break the mains. It is a hard one, but you take it this 1 week, right? Take 1 week. It's okay. I said July and August. July, August, you spend whole day on ancient and medieval India. Alright. Ancient and medieval India. It's okay, you do that. Because this is sure to come in the mains also. The best thing about history is that it is a fact. No one can cheat you. How much you are studying, you are going to get. And almost 120 marks. Almost 120 to 40 marks is going to come in the mains, paper 2. Paper 1, art and culture, no? Art and culture included everything now. Even though they said it is art and culture, they will ask everything about society, economy, no? So these are very important. After the Mauryans, no dynasty is able to rule over India. After the Mauryans, no Indian king or no Indian dynasty is able to rule over India because there is no person as powerful as Ashoka or the Mauryan. So small dynasty is going to rule over some part of India. You don't have to know everything. Just remember the founder, the capital, or might be the greatest king or the most important even. Here in BC will never quote you. BC will never quote you here, right? Their main target is Mauryan dynasty. So post-Mauryan will be a small topic for you. Within these 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I will just give you the basic things. So just remember and memorize this name. So the first dynasty to be established right after the downfall of the Mauryan will be the Shungas. The Shunga dynasty. The Shunga dynasty. Which ruled from 185 BC till 73 BC. Shunga dynasty ruled from 185 BC till 73 BC. And the founder is Pushramitra Shunga. Pushramitra Shunga is the founder of the Shunga dynasty. And we all know, please write down, capital city is Pataliputra. They have also chosen the capital city, Pataliputra. That means they rule over present-day Bihar, right, for a short period of time. Pataliputra, Vidisha. And they have transferred the capital city to Madhya Pradesh again. Their first capital city is Pataliputra, but after some time, they have transferred the capital city to which place? Vidisha. Vidisha is represented by Madhya Pradesh. Pushramitra Shunga. And who is this Pushramitra Shunga? Pushramitra Shunga is the commander of Brihadratra. See, the story is like this. Brihadrata. This is too important. Brihadrata is never going to be asked, but just for personal information, Brihadrata is the last king of the Mauryan, who was killed by Pushramitra Shunga. And Pushramitra Shunga is the army commander of Brihadrata. Brihadrata became too weak, so he killed him. And he founded a small dynasty named after his own clan. Just like if you're Sima, I will found a Sima dynasty. If I'm an Ao, I will form an Ao dynasty named after my own clan, right? So like that, they're all Indians, but the name is different. They're all Indians, but the name is different. Brihadrata, the last king of the Mauryan, was killed by Pushramitra Shunga. And this dynasty ruled from 185 BC till 73 BC. Remember, the Mauryan dynasty came to an end in the year 185 BC. This is a dynasty before the coming of Jesus Christ. So before Christ, we see the rule of Ashoka, which we still study today. Agni Mitra is the second king. Agni Mitra Agni-Mitra. Agni-Mitra is the second king of the Shunga dynasty. Agni-Mitra is never going to be us because of a reason. Remember here. Agni-Mitra. All right. It is like this. Kalitasa is a famous boy who lived in the ancient period. Okay. Kalitasa is a famous boy who lived in the ancient period. So what happened is that he composed a drama known as Agni-Mitra. Kalitasa composed a drama known as Agni-Mitra. And in that drama, Agni-Mitra was made a hero. He was the king, alright? So Agni-Mitra was made the hero of this drama, Agni-Mitra. For only that reason, this is going to be us. Agni-Mitra is going to be us just because he was made the hero of the play, Agni-Mitra. Alright, so it's never going to be us. Why Agni-Mitra is going to be us? Because in this drama, Agni-Mitra drama, Kalidasa is mentioned as the hero. This drama was composed by Kalidasa, the famous poet. Kalidasa will discuss this, okay, in the ancient period. Coming up, we're also going to come that. You like the topic or too hard? It is history, okay? Somehow you have to adjust. This is the worst one. This is the best. This is too worst. Divabuddhi is the last king. Divabuddhi is the last king of the Shunga dynasty. And he was killed by Vasudeva. In the year 73 BC. Divabuddhi was the last king, and he was killed by Vasudeva. And who is this Vasudeva? Vasudeva was also a commander of the Divabuddhi. Again, when Divabuddhi became too weak, it was Vasudeva, the commander of his own army, has killed him. And Vasudeva has formed a dynasty known as the Kanva. Vasudeva has formed a dynasty known as the Kanva. Till 28 BC. Very important from the NBC point of view. Kanva dynasty ruled from 28 BC till 28 BC. Again, we will discuss this Kanva dynasty. Kanva dynasty ruled from 73 BC, 73 BC till 28 BC. And Vasudeva is the founder. And Susarman is the last king. And NBC will never ask this one. Susarman is never going to be asked. Just remember, Vasudeva is the founder of the Kanva dynasty. And this Kanva dynasty ruled from 73 BC till 28 BC. We will never study this one. Alright, this is never going to be asked. And their capital also the same. Pataliputra, please write down. Pataliputra was the capital city of the Kanva dynasty. Pataliputra was the capital city of the Kanva dynasty. Next will be the Chiti dynasty. Chiti dynasty. First century BC. Chiti dynasty ruled over first century BC. And just remember this king, King Garavila. Hadikamba inscription. Too important from the NBC point of view. Caravilla king. Alright, Caravilla king. You will find the reign of this king from this inscription known as Hadigamba inscription, which is in present day Odisha. Of the last name is Hadigamba inscription is in present day Odisha. Hadigamba inscription is in present day Odisha. Just remember, Hadigamba inscription deals with the reign of King Caravilla. King Caravilla. It's a UPC question. They ask about, they have given 4 kings, okay, and associated with, Hadigamba inscription is associated with, and they have given even Ashoka, but actually Ashoka is wrong. It is King Caravilla. Basic thing, okay, just 1 mark basic thing. Okay, next will be the Satavahana dynasty. Satavahana dynasty, which was founded in the year 60 BC and it lasted till 225 AD. Satavahana dynasty started from 60 BC and ruled till 225 AD. Shimuka is the founder. Shimuka is the founder. Shimuka is the founder. And Pradistana is the capital city in present-day Maharashtra. I think this was one of the major port cities of the Mauryan, right? Southwest, north to southwest. Shimuka, the founder. Pradistana is the capital city. Satakarni, the greatest king of the Satavahana dynasty. Satakarni is the greatest king of the Satavahana dynasty. Satakarni is the greatest king of the Satakarni dynasty. Remember? Kadasatasati. Kadasatasati is a very important book written by Hala. Hala is the 7th king of the Satavahanas. This was already asked in 2018 in BC prelims. Well, who wrote Kadasatasati? It was written by Hala. Hala is the 7th king of the Satavahanas. Or else Hala will never be asked. Hala is never going to be asked, but because of the book. Kadasatasati is the book written by Hala. Kadasatasati is the book written by Hala. And who is this Hala? Hala is the 7th Satavahana kings. Shimuka, the founder, Satakarni, the greatest king. And their capital city is Pradistana, which is the present day Maharashtra. They ruled from 60 BC till 225 AD. 60 BC till 225 AD. We'll take a short break. These are all the Indians. 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 Yeah, see, our School of NPC and SSP is a new coaching center, alright? I got only 32 students in the first batch. And one of them have cracked an SSP, one have got forest guard. In first batch, one have cleared the mains. They prepared yesterday, alright? He's going to prepare for interview. So you will be the second batch. Alright, next year we can expect many of you. Alright, so this is the only thing. See, slowly it will come. Sometimes you might not break the first attempt. Second attempt, you come stronger. Alright, so this is the thing. Please follow the syllabus. If you follow it, if you come every day, you're going to break it. See, now, it's a fresher, 22 years old, and one is 23. What I want to tell you is that there is no advantage for the veterans. He will also have the same problem. Because they will change the question every year now. They will never repeat it. So it's very good for you. You are coming first today, right? So please remember all this. History summoning question. So it is 9. Okay. I know. By coming every day, just you learn one. Just one question you learn in the class. Just one. 80 days to go. 80 days. Very much possible. Very much possible. Saturday will be a holiday next week. This Saturday is a holiday. Just here. Polity, you can do it, okay? Polity. When polity class. We have these 4. Creeks, sakas, pardins, and canvas. The most striking feature of the post-Mauryan is the coming of the foreigners. Coming of the foreigners. Alright, right after the fall of the Mauryans, we see the coming of the foreigners. So Greeks, Sakas, Parthians, and Kanvas. These are the 4 foreigners who came to India, which I will discuss now. I'll just give the brief discussion about this topic. And they all came from northwest India, too important. From which part they came? Northwest India, just like Gujarat, Rajasthan, very easy to penetrate, no? So they all came from northwest India. Greeks, Sakas, Parthians, and Kanvas. These are the 4 foreigners who come to India during the post-Mauryan period. So please write down Greeks. Please write down. The topic will be the Greeks. 2nd century BC. They came in the year 2nd century BC. The Greeks came to India in the 2nd century BC. Please write down. The Greeks were the first foreigners to come to India after the downfall of the Mauryan. Too important. The Greeks were the first foreigners to come to India The Greeks were the first foreigners to come to India in the post-Mauryan period. And they all came from northwest India. One more point. They were the first to issue gold coins in India. The Greeks were the first to issue gold coins in India. And the Greeks is also known as the Yavanas. Too important. MPC will ask this kind of a question. The Greeks are also known as Yavanas. The Greeks are also known as Yavanas. And they ruled in the 2nd century BC. And the Greeks are also known as Yavanas, first to issue gold coins in India. Here we'll discuss only one thing. Please write down. The famous Greek king is Menander. The famous or the greatest king of the Greeks is Menander. The greatest or the famous Greek king is Menander. And the Greeks have a capital city at Shakala. Shakala is in present-day Pakistan. We all know it's a part of India, right? Those days. So Shakala is the capital city of the Greeks. And Menander is the greatest Greek kings of India. Melinda Panho. First page, what is this Melinda Panho? Yes? What is this? Yes, first page, you came across Melinda Panho? First page. Too important. Melinda Panho is going to be asked. It was a. I'm just giving you. Yes, it was a. Melinda Panho was a. It was a Buddhist text, right? So it is this Melinda Panho is nothing but it's a Buddhist text. It's a conversation between King Menander and Buddhist monk Nakasena. And this conversation led to the conversion of Menander to Buddhism. Often asked in NBSC exam. Too important. NBSC will surely ask this kind of a question. What is Melinda Panho? Melinda Panho is a Buddhist text which is a conversation between King Menander and Buddhist monk Nakasena. And this led to the conversions of King Menander to Buddhism. Okay, please write down one more. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos for maintaining the power of the new rulers over the conquered people. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos. Please look at the blackboard. Strategos for maintaining the power of the new rulers over the conquered people. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos for maintaining the power of the newly conquered people. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos for maintaining the power of the new rulers over the conquered people. The Greeks introduced the practice of military governorship called strategos for maintaining the power of the new rulers over the conquered people. The Greek rule introduced features of Hellenistic art in the northwest corner of India. The Greeks rule introduced features of Hellenistic art. Hellenistic art. The Greeks introduced the features of Hellenistic art in the northwest corner of India. Northwest corner of India. The Greek rules introduced the features of Hellenistic art in the northwest corner of India. The Greeks rule introduced the features of Hellenistic art in the northwest corner of India. The Greeks rule introduced the features of Hellenistic art in the northwest corner of India. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being originated with the Greeks. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being. The idea of representing Gautama Buddha as a human being, which means the idol worship, originated with the Greeks. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being, which means the idol worship. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being, which means the idol worship, originated with the Greeks. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being originated with the Greeks. The idea of representing Buddha as a human being, idol worship, originated with the Greeks. Okay, one more point. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas. And from the Greek term, horoscope was derived. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas, and from the Greek, the term horoscope was derived. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greeks, and from the Greek, the term horoscope was derived. Indian astrology came to be influenced by the Greek ideas, and from the Greek, the term horoscope was derived. So, horoscope was also derived from the Greeks, and Hellenistic art also from here. And the founder, the capital is Shakala, right? Shakala in Pakistan. This is the boss Mauryan. This is the Greeks for you. So Greeks, they might ask you, the first two you should go coins in India, And they were the first foreigner to come to India in the post-Mauryan period. And they came from northwest part of India. And the term horoscope, Melinda Banho, you see? Hellenistic art, all is concerned with the Greeks. Next will be the Sakas. Sakas ruled from the 1st century BC till the 4th century AD. And they also came from Iran. Okay. Sakas came from Iran. Sakas came from Iran. And they came from 1st century BC till the 4th century AD. Till the 4th century AD. Sakas they ruled from 1st century BC till the 4th century AD. And they came from Iran. That means they're also foreigner. Sakas came from Iran. And they ruled from 1st century BC till the 4th century AD. And they have 5 capitals in India. Please write down. The Sakas have 5 capitals. Number 1, Afghanistan. Number 1 is Afghanistan. Number 2, Punjab. Number 2 is Punjab. Number 3 is Mathura. Number 3 is Mathura. Number 4 is Deccan. Number 4 is Deccan. Number 5 is Saurashtra. Number 1 is Afghanistan. Number 2 is Punjab. Number 3 is Mathura. Number 4 is Deccan. Number 5 is Saurashtra. These are the 5 capitals of the Sakas in India. That means they have 5 branches, right? These have 5 branches. Afghanistan, Punjab, Mathura, Deccan, and Saurashtra. One capital is Afghanistan, second is Punjab, third is Mathura, fourth is Deccan, fourth is Saurashtra. They have 5 capital cities. Okay, here we will discuss only one king. Rudradraman. Rudradraman, the greatest king of the Shakas. I forgot to tell you a very important topic. Actually, this Sudarshan Lake is located in present-day Gujarat, which was built by Pushyagupta, who was the governor of Chandragupta Maurya during the Mauryan period. Okay, Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan dynasty, he asked his governor Pushyagupta to build the Kathiawar Sudarshan Lake, which is located in the Kathiawar districts of Gujarat. Alright, Sudarshan Lake was built by Pushyagupta during the Mauryan period under the control of Francis of Chandragupta Maurya. It was hit by lightning, very bold. It was struck by lightning. Okay, this very famous lake was hit by lightning. So who repaired it? It was Rudra Raman, who repaired the Sudarshan Lake, which was built by Pushyagupta. Very bold, and he was the famous and the greatest Saka king. Please write down. The most famous or the greatest king of the Saka is Rudra Raman. And he's too famous for repairing the Sudarshan Lake. though a foreigner, Rudraman is a foreigner, right, from Iran. But even though a foreigner, he issued the first ever longest inscription in Sanskrit. Even though a foreigner, he issued the first long inscriptions in Sanskrit. Even though a foreigner, he issued the first ever long inscription in just Sanskrit. Just Sanskrit. Rudraman issued the first ever long inscription in just Sanskrit. Even though he's a foreigner, he issued the first ever long inscription in Sanskrit. So remember this one. So this is a minor dynasty, but remember the basic thing. It is for 2 marks, okay? 2 marker. This will never comes in the mains, but please remember in the prelims, if you are for prelims. Parthians. They also came from Iran. They also came from Iran. Parthians, you can get 1 mark. They came in the 1st century BC, in the roll till 1st century AD. And they have taken Taxila in Pakistan as the capital city. And they also came from Iran. They also came from Iran. Okay, they also came from Iran. Taxila is the capital city. Taxila is in present day capital. It's in Pakistan. Taxila was the capital city of the Parthians, and they came in the 1st century BC. And they also ruled till 1st century AD. And the famous king of this dynasty will be the Gondophares, during whose reign Saint Thomas came to India. The famous missionary, Saint Thomas, alright, came to India during the reign of Gondophares. And who is this Gondophares? Gondophares is the famous Parthian king. And during whose reign Saint Thomas, the famous missionary, came to India. This is often asked. Gondophares is one of the history. But Saint Thomas, who came to India? That's all. That's all. Alright. This is the important. Saint Thomas came to India during the reign of Gondophares. Last is the Kushans. Kushans, the capital city is Peshawar and Mathura. And they ruled from 1st century AD till the 3rd century AD. The Kushan rules from 1st century AD till the 3rd century AD. The Kushans ruled from 1st century AD till the 3rd century AD. And Peshawar and Mathura, Peshawar and Mathura are the 2 capital cities of the Kushans. They are the last foreigners to come to India in the post-Mauryan period. This is our last topic, the Kushans. Here we will discuss one king, King Kanishka. Sakaira, which has been adopted as the calendar of India. Alright, 78 AD. Kanishka, please write down. Kanishka was the most important ruler of this dynasty. He is known as the second second Ashoka of India. Too important. Kanishka is known as the second Ashoka. Too important. This is going to be asked. Who is known as the second Ashoka? King Kanishka. Because of his military success. Too powerful like Ashoka, right? So Kanishka, even though a foreigner settled in India, he is too powerful. So he is known as the second Ashoka of India because of his military success. Too powerful, right? Second Ashoka of India is Kanishka. And he also started an era known as the Saka era, which has been adopted as the calendar of India. We have a calendar, right? So that Saka era has been adopted from this dynasty, this one. The Saka era started by him in the year 78 AD. If you see the calendar from January, February, March, April, it's based on the Saka era. He started the Saka era in the year 78 AD. Why he is too important? Yes, here. This is my last question. Why Kanishka is too important? Any idea with regard to Buddhism? I'll give the answer directly. Why he is too important with Buddhism? He convinced the fourth Buddhist council. Yes, he's the man who gave the sponsorship. It was here in Kashmir, right? The last fourth Buddhist council, it was him who sponsored him. You see, I've given these notes. And last one more point, please write down. The Kushans were the first to issue gold coins on a white scale. That means the largest coin, right? On a white scale. We all know it was the Greeks who introduced the first gold coins, but on a white scale, it was introduced by who? It was introduced by Kushans. The Kushans were the first to issue gold coins on a white scale. That would be. So we'll stop here for today. Alright. So I think it's a whole Saturday, Sunday holiday. You relax. Right. Today you go home and relax now. Tonight you study a lot. Tomorrow morning you study. Here you can relax. Sunday also you can relax. You can go to church. And from Monday, let's come back. As of now, you will be in the early and later Vedic. In this early and later Vedic. From Monday, you can start Mauryan. Yes, from Monday you can start the Mauryan and the post-Mauryan. One whole week you take. And next week, we're coming with our topics. Amen.